Have you ever had a gut feeling about something and then it turned out to be totally right? Maybe you got a weird vibe about someone, or you felt like you shouldn't take that job, or you randomly thought about a friend and boom, they texted you 2 seconds later. Kind of weird, right? But also kind of awesome. What if it wasn't just luck? What if that's something inside you trying to help you, guide you, even protect you? Let's talk about intuition, that quiet voice in the back of your mind, the nudge in your belly, the pull you can't explain. Whatever you want to call it, most of us have felt it. Some people ignore it, others swear by it. But here's the real question: what is it? And more importantly, can you trust it? My name's Paul Bauer. This is Quantum Reality Awakening, and I'm a certified master life coach, NLP practitioner, and I've been studying the laws of the universe for nearly a decade now. I'm here to help you figure out how to make sense of this mysterious superpower we all seem to have. You see, intuition isn't magic. It's not some woo-woo thing that yogis talk about. It's actually a very real part of how your body and brain communicate. It's the way your inner world gives you information before your brain even catches up. And believe it or not, it's one of your most powerful tools if you know how to use it. So why do we doubt so much? Here's the thing. Most of us have been raised to trust logic over feeling. If you can't explain it or prove it or see it, it must not be real, right? But how many times has your logic led you one way and your gut told you another? And later you realize your gut was actually right all along. That's no accident. That's a signal. Now, some people believe intuition is your soul speaking. Others say it's the universe or God or a higher power. And others still say it's your subconscious brain working behind the scenes. In this episode, we're going to break it all down spiritually, scientifically, psychologically. Because once you start understanding where intuition comes from and how it works, you can start trusting it more. You can start using it to guide your choices, your money, your health, your relationships, everything. And here's where it really gets fun. Because when you get in tune with your intuition, you stop second guessing. You stop needing outside approval. You start moving through life with more confidence and ease. It's like your inner compass finally clicks in. And yes, it works for everyone. Guys, girls, it doesn't matter. This is human stuff, deep stuff, real stuff. So, how exactly does this invisible guide actually speak to us? And why does it often sound like a whisper instead of a shout? Let's look at it through the spiritual lens first. What if intuition is your direct connection to something higher, something wiser, something that sees the bigger picture before you do? Let's find out. All right, let's talk spiritual. You ever hear people say, trust the universe or listen to your soul? That might sound kind of vague, but there's something powerful behind it. Think about it this way. What if there's more to you than just your body and brain? What if there's a deeper part of you, your spirit, that's always connected to something bigger? Some call it God, some say source, some call it the universe. You don't have to use a certain name. What matters is this: you're not cut off, you're not alone, you're plugged in. And your intuition, that's how you hear it. When people pray, meditate, journal, or even just sit quietly in nature, they often say they feel guided or watched over. They don't always hear a loud voice. Sometimes it's a soft knowing, a picture in their mind, a pull towards a choice that just feels right. That's intuition. But more than that, it's your connection. Think of it like a radio. The universe is always sending a signal. But if your station is full of static, fear, doubt, stress, you won't hear it clearly. When you slow down, get quiet, and actually tune in, that's when the magic happens. Some people say the universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you're ready for. And intuition helps you get ready. It nudges you toward what's best, even if it doesn't always make sense in the moment. You might feel like something is off, even when everything looks fine on paper, or you feel drawn to something random but can't explain why. Later, it all makes sense. So, yeah, your intuition could be your direct line to the divine, but what if there's also science behind it? Let's talk about energy. Let's talk about fields. Let's talk about what's happening behind the curtain, where quantum physics starts to meet your inner wisdom and why it all matters more than you think. Okay, ready to get a little nerdy? Let's dive into the science side of this, because your intuition isn't just some woo woo feeling floating around in your chest. There's actually some pretty wild stuff going on behind the scenes, stuff that science is just starting to understand. You've probably heard the phrase, everything is energy. And yeah, that includes you. At the tiniest level, way smaller than your cells or even your DNA, everything is made of vibrating particles, tiny bits of energy that form everything you can see, touch, or even think. And those tiny little particles, they don't behave like you would expect. In the world of quantum physics, things get weird. A particle can exist in more than one place at once. It doesn't even become real until someone observes it. Scientists call this collapsing the wave. That means your focus, your attention, actually helps shape what becomes real. So when you're tuned into your intuition, when you feel pulled towards something that seems right, maybe what's happening is that you're lining up your focus with something that already exists in that invisible field, the energy field. Some call it the quantum field or even the field of infinite possibilities. Whatever you call it, it's always there. And your mind, it's a receiver. You're not guessing, you're tuning in. Even cooler, your heart sends out a stronger signal than your brain. That's right, the electromagnetic field of your heart is way more powerful. And when your heart and your brain are in sync, that's when you're most clear, most creative, most tuned in. That's when those little nudges from your intuition come through loud and clear. So maybe your gut instinct isn't just a random feeling. Maybe it's a real time signal based on your connection to everything around you and beyond you. Now let's go even deeper, because there's another powerful system running in the background. It's in your brain, it's in your beliefs, and it might be shaping your life without you even knowing it. So now that we've looked at energy and all the quantum stuff, let's bring it back to something closer to home, your brain. You might think your brain is just doing some normal thinking stuff, like solving problems or remembering where you put your keys. But the truth is, most of what your brain does, you don't even notice. And that's where intuition comes in. There's a part of your brain called the subconscious. Think of it like a supercomputer that's always on, always paying attention, and storing way more information than your conscious mind ever could. It watches, it listens, it learns every single day. All those feelings, body signals, past experiences, even stuff you didn't think mattered, get saved. So when you feel something without knowing why, that's your subconscious trying to send you a little message. It's not guessing, it's using years of info you forgot you had. Now let's talk about the reticular activating system, or RAS. Sounds complicated, but it's simple. It's like a filter in your brain that helps you notice what's important. If you start thinking about getting a red car, suddenly you start seeing red cars everywhere. That's not magic, that's your RAS at work. And here's the twist. Your RAS doesn't show you what's real. It shows you what you believe is real. If you believe the world is dangerous, you'll spot danger. If you believe you're lucky, you'll find more things that feel lucky. Same with love, same with intuition. Now let's toss in neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to change. The more you practice trusting your gut, the stronger those brain pathways get. It's like building a muscle. You teach your brain, hey, when this feels this way, it usually means something. And over time, you get better at noticing, quicker at responding, more confident about what you feel. So your intuition, it's not some weird gift only special people have. It's built into your design. And the more you work with it, the better it works for you. Now, what happens when you bring all this together, spirit, science, and psychology? That's where the real power lies. Let's be real for a second. You've made it this far, so that tells me something. You're not just curious, you're ready. Ready to understand yourself better, ready to trust what you feel, and maybe, just maybe, ready to let your intuition guide the way instead of brushing it off like some random thought. So let's look at what we've really uncovered here. Intuition isn't magic, it's not luck. And it's not some gift reserved for spiritual gurus or mystics with crystals in their pockets. Intuition is natural. You were born with it. It's that quiet voice, that sudden feeling, that moment when something just clicks, even if you can't explain it. We looked at how your connection to the universe or God or the field of all things plays a big role. That inner nudge, that's you and source working together. We explored how energy and quantum science back it up. Your thoughts send waves, your body feels what your mind sometimes doesn't even register. The world around you is reacting to what you send out. And of course, we looked at how your brain is already wired for this. Your subconscious stores the data, your RAS filters the info, and with a little practice, you can train yourself to notice what matters most even before it shows up. So here's what I want you to take from this. The more you trust your inner knowing, the stronger it gets. That's not just theory, that's experience, that's practice, that's you becoming the kind of person who doesn't just follow signs, but lives in sync with them. And if this episode made something click for you, even a little, then I want to hear about it. Drop a comment below, share your experiences with intuition, and let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you out, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. There's more to uncover, more to feel, and a lot more to remember. Because the truth is, the answers you're looking for, they've been inside you the whole time.